everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have got a review and money saving tips video all about Warwick Castle. So I have got 10 tips for you to save money and have a good time at Warwick Castle. So number one is book in advance. Now at the very least you can book on the Warwick Castle website itself and it's about £13 for a day ticket. You would pay £52 for a family of 4 to go to Warwick Castle if you pay in advance. But if you shop around the net, you can find lots of websites that offer other discounts. In the end, I went with a website called Discount London, and I was also able to get cash back on top of that, and our ticket came in at under £40 for a family of 4. We didn't go with the Dungeons ticket because you had to be over 10. My son is 10, but he wasn't keen on doing it. So I was glad that I hadn't booked the Dungeons. And actually you can book that fairly cheaply when you are in the castle and if you've got the time to do it, because all of the things that we did was a full day without visiting the Dungeons. The good thing about booking in advance is that there are no queues and you can go straight through the turnstiles. So you print off your ticket at home and you show it when you get to the gate. Tip number 2 is park outside the castle. Now if you park on the Warwick Castle designated car parks, you will either pay £10 per day, which is really close to the gates, or you'll pay £6 a day, but you'll have a walk, anything from between 5 minutes and a 20-minute walk. Now, if you go on to the Warwick District Council website, you'll see that there is a car park map and it's got the addresses of all their local car parks and the fees. We decided to park in the St Nicholas car park. We paid £4.50 for the full day, and it was about a 5-minute walk through what is a really lovely town to get to Warwick Castle. And we didn't have any trouble parking and there was lots of spaces there, and this was during the summer holidays. Tip number 3 is don't buy food in the castle. Take lots of snacks if you've got kids because there's lots of walking to do, it's a tiring day, and take a picnic or do what we did, and when we walked through the town from the car park we bought baguettes in a local bakery which were really lovely to take into the castle, and we didn't spend any more money on food or drink when we were in there. Tip number 4 is when you walk in up to the castle, you'll see just before you get to the pageant playground there is a timings board. You will be given a map with all the timings of the different things that are going on that day, but if there are any differences then just take a picture of the timings board so that you know that there's anything different going on, then you won't miss anything. Tip number 5 is to do with the pageant playground and the maze, which are just outside the castle. My recommendation is to do these at the end of the day, and you can use these as a bit of bribery to get out of the castle if you've got young children. If you do what we did and we went to the pageant playground first, you'll end up being in there for half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, and then trying to rush to whatever it is that you want to go and see. If you leave it to the end, you can have as little or as long time as you want, and you've got that natural way of coming out of the castle with something for the children to look forward to. Tip number 6 is take a blanket to sit on and take raincoats or some of those little fold-up ponchos that you can get in Poundland. It was drizzling when we went and we still saw all of the shows. We were outside for the best part of the day, but we stayed dry. So take a blanket, like a waterproof backed blanket, in a separate bag so it doesn't make everything else wet, and use that when you are in the castle. Tip number 7 is buy outfits in advance. Now there were lots of places where you could buy outfits all around the castle, little carts that looked lovely, and they were selling things like swords, knights outfits, princess outfits, all sorts, and lots of kids were wearing these things, and obviously my children wanted them, but they were really ridiculously expensive. So that as well as nights outfits for little boys, they had like pink nights outfits for little girls, and of course they were going crazy for them. So my suggestion is buy things like that in advance. Get them from Amazon, get them from Asda, wherever you can for cheap, and perhaps keep it as a surprise for the morning that they're going, and then give them a little outfit to wear, and they won't be bugging you to buy extra things when you're in there. Tip number 8, if you have got a little girl, I think it is children under 8, and they want to go up to the Princess Tower, then I would suggest that when you get into the castle, you go straight to the Princess Tower, and you'll see that there are the ladies dressed up as princesses just outside, and get a timed ticket for when you can go and do the Princess Tower experience. It's basically a really sweet little interactive story that the children can get involved in, and it was just really sweet and lovely, but you do need a ticket. So if you go and get that ticket, and you know, then you can fit it around your other timings, the other things that you want to do. Tip number 9 is allow plenty of time to get to the shows. So you need to get there early for the jousting. We made a mistake with that, and we left it until just about 10 minutes before it started. But you probably need to be there half an hour before, and I mean, you could even eat your picnic there or something while you're waiting. But there are fences around the arena itself, and really that's where you want to be. You want to be standing next to the arena fences so that you get the best view. Anywhere else and you probably will struggle to get a decent view, and you'd probably struggle to get any decent sort of camera footage or anything of the show. And I mean, you do run the risk that, you know, if it's raining you are out in it, but if you've got your ponchos on, then you know you'll be fine. So get there early. There was another show going on, which was the Horrible History show, and we got there early for that, and we had brilliant seats and we could hear really well. There isn't so much of an issue with the when they had the trebuchet display. You could have just pitched up a few moments before, because there's tons of space on the grassy mound where you sit to watch that, so that wasn't a problem. But it's really the jousting, and if there's another show going on, you need to get there early and allow plenty of time so that you get a good view and you can hear everything that's going on. Tip number 10 is I would recommend that you don't go up the ramparts if you've got little ones. We decided to do that, and my daughter's 5 at the time, and even though she managed it, I found it so stressful because the ramparts, there were so many steps, there was hundreds and hundreds of steps, it was almost dark, I couldn't properly hold on to her, it was slippery. And once you go up the ramparts, you basically can't go down again, apart from I think in one other place where you can get down. But if you want to get to the highest point, and lots of people did this, they went up to the highest tower, then you look out and you literally come straight back down again. So there were people walking up going, oh yeah, and walking down again. It wasn't worth it. I mean, the most I would suggest you do is take little ones up on the other side, go up the mound, go and have a look around and see the view. That's as much as you need to see. So that completes my money saving tips for Warwick Castle. From a review point of view, we had a fantastic day out. I couldn't recommend the entertainment more highly. The jousting was fantastic. We thought the show was brilliant. I'm sure they'll probably have a different show on this year, but the show that we saw was fantastic and really funny. And the kids are used to watching Horrible History, so they understood the kind of humour. So that was really good. Overall, we had a brilliant day out. We went to every part of the castle and we were there all day, and we didn't see the dungeons, as I said. So it was a full action-packed day doing all of that, and actually we didn't spend any more money when we were in there. There are lots of photo opportunities going on all over the castle where they'll take pictures of you. You don't feel like you've got a choice. You're sort of pushed up against something and they take a photo of you with your kids, and then they put them up on the wall where they've printed them, and then they'll say, yes, you can buy this photograph for £40, which is crazy. So take your camera, be snapping away. If they're in outfits, even better, because you know, it just adds to it, doesn't it? And they look fantastic. So don't go with the silly, expensive photo opportunities. So with all that said, here is some footage of our day at Warwick Castle.
Right, let's see who's next. Robert. Robert!
I'm the 3rd Earl of Warwick. William is my name. I died on a crusade, you know, it's really quite a shame.
I'm the 4th Earl of Warwick, and I didn't want to fight, so I paid a tax instead. You see, they swords give me a fright.
We're Earls, so treat us with respect. There's still some in the Lords, you know, who none of you elect. We're Earls, we used to rule you all,
But most of us are stony bloke
and feeling very small.
Let's do it! 10, 9,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
and we launch! There she goes, throwing the rock. Over 200 metres, incredible, lords, ladies and gentlemen. The Warwick Castle Championship!
Thank you very much for watching my review and my money saving tips for a family day out at Warwick Castle. We had a fantastic time and I hope that some of these tips will help you to save some money on your day out. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of this sort of stuff, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks, bye.